Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth. And I want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Alright, I'm the brother Zion. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And pretty much, I want to go into how you can't teach the 100% truth if you have a contract or an agreement with this devil Esau Edom. Alright? Because within these different contracts and guidelines and certain things that he puts in these documents, when he gives you something, alright, there's always ways where he doesn't allow you to fully do what you want to do. Okay? And in this example, which is a 501c3, which is basically a tax exemption nonprofit organization. Okay? He doesn't allow you to teach the 100% truth. Some things you have to censor, some things you just can't go into, or some things you even have to lie about. Okay? And what inspired this video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai was this brother's channel here, Amawan Abad. I'm not sure where he's from, but I know that he does follow the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And in this video, he was going into how certain camps like IUIC, ISUPK, how they have these 501c3 charters. And when you go on their website, it'll basically say, we're a 501c3 organization, or it'll say INC, which is Inc. Alright? And they have all these different ways how they're set up under this charter. Okay? Which basically what that charter does is it basically puts you in a bed with Esau Edom. You're lying in bed with the devil. Alright? If your brothers want to check this video out, it was very edifying. This brother, he's always edifying through the spirit. His channel was Amawan Abad, and he does have a backup channel, but I forgot what it was. But this is his main channel. Subscribe and be edified. But going back to Google, because what I did was I went to Google and I typed in, is a 501c3 a contract, and it basically breaks it down to you. So it says, the business is exempt from federal taxes and must be a non-profit. A 501c3 organization may be a private foundation, public, charity, or private operating foundation. The entity may be a trust corporation, LLC, community chest, such as United Way, or incorporated association. So in order to get an LLC, alright, or anything to that, that business, you got to go to the devil. You have to go to Esau Edom, alright, if you want that business, okay? So what I did was I typed on this here, and it basically breaks it down, okay? It says an overview. Now remember, if you have a 501c3, you can't teach the 100% truth, man, because you're under certain guidelines, like I said. It says an overview of 501c3 provisions and purposes, Salakia. A business organized under section 501c3 of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code, that right there should show you that you in agreement with the devil, is one used for charitable purposes. The business is exempt from federal taxes and must be a non-profit, a 501c3, which we can throw this back on airplane mode. We don't want no distractions. It says, organization may be a private foundation, public charity, or a private operating foundation. Salakia. The entity may be a trust corporation, LLC, community chest, such as United Way, or unincorporated association, which we read that. 501c3 nonprofits have many more provisions and purposes other than entities. First, it is exempt from federal taxes. So in order for you to be exempt from federal taxes, because Esau taxes every damn body, so in order for you to be exempt from that, he has to give you something. Okay? It says, if you are ineligible at the federal level, you may be eligible from exemption from state taxes. The other major provision is that donations may be tax deductible if you have to pay state taxes. Donations to a 501c3 nonprofit may also be deductible from your state taxes, depending on your state laws. Also, the post office offers special bulk range postage discounts for nonprofit organizations. Now, what I wanted to get was this right here. This is what I wanted to read right here. All right. It says, the Enrollment Doctrine states that the organization cannot use its earnings for certain things, such as compensating an insider where no upper limit exists, creating a compensation agreement that is performance-based, paying more than their fair market value to an insider for goods or services, and several other scenarios. The increment doctrine restriction also does not allow for private individuals to receive benefits. An entity, we're down here now, an entity organized under Section 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code must be used for the certain purposes as follows. So there's all these, religious, there's all these different damn rules in place. You're under a contract, man. So how in the hell are you gonna teach the true word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai when there's no restrictions on teaching the true doctrine, man? That's my point. Religious. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution gives the people right to freely practice religion and speaks to the separation of the church and state. However, the courts have determined that allowing religious entities to be governed by Section 501c3 creates less of a relationship between the government and the church than in the federal government, where to collect taxes according to, what's that, 725.361 of the Internal Revenue Manual. See, they got all these different sections and codes and, and these are the things that these different Israelite camps got to follow, just like these churches. If you under this thing, that's why they tell you, it ain't no chip. Mark of the beast ain't no chip. You can take Maxine, and et cetera, man. It's a spiritual mark. Because they under all these different guidelines at the end of the day, man. Additionally, the court ruled that although separation of the church and state is a part of the Constitution, if a religious entity wishes to benefit from Section 501c3, it must also abide by those laws. Did you hear that? I should have read that first. It must also abide by those laws if you wish to benefit from the Section 501c3. You have to abide by certain laws, man. Additionally, a religious entity bears the same burden, and it goes on and on and on, all right? And that proves that you in bed with the damn devil. Ultimately, that's what that proves, We don't have to continue to read all these damn different sections and documents and document numbers, and you have Jake in bed with the devil, man. All right, in bed with the devil, teaching you something that they shouldn't be teaching you, telling you to take something you shouldn't take, and setting you up for the okie doke, man. And that's why the Lord said in Jeremiah 23, man, He's gonna recompense you. Okay, you're gonna have to pay for all these things that you're doing, man. You're leading the sheep astray. All right, I mean, you completely leading them to the slaughter, telling them there's no Jacob's trouble. All types of madness, man. Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. Yeah, you're scattering the flock, you're driving them away, you're teaching them lies, and your mouths must be stopped. Okay? Here it is, the Lord is gathering the elect, and you up here teaching them a bunch of BS, man. Because you under a 501c3. Because you gotta guide by certain guidelines that the devil put you under, man. Or you're not gonna receive the benefits of your contract. You know? That's why the Lord said he's gonna give us pastors according to his heart, that shall feed them with knowledge and understanding. The Lord said, thine eyes shall see thy teachers, man. Your teacher's not going to be pushed into a corner no more, but your eyes are going to see your teachers. And the true teachers have, they're in the earth. And they're teaching the correct doctrine right now, and there's no restrictions. There's no, we don't have a muzzle on our faces. We don't, we don't have, no gag orders. We're not holding nothing back, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Now, when you have a 501c3, you have to hold things back. We just read it. Let's read that again where it says religious. Okay? It says, highlight it correctly. If a religious entity wishes to benefit from section 501c3, it must also abide by those laws. So there's certain laws that you have to abide by, man. If you wanna keep your 501c3, and that's why these different Israelite groups are not teaching you that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. That's one of the main reasons, because they have muzzles on their faces. They can't teach you that. They can't say that. Or that's why they're telling you that there's nothing wrong with taking the max, because it's against the 501c3 charter. That's why they're going to try to get a lot of these pastors with these mega churches. They're going to lead those people to take that max and the chip. And they're going to go right to Romans 13 and say, you need to abide by the laws of the land. So with a 501c3, no, you can't teach the 100% truth, man. Because you in bed with the devil, you in bed with Satan. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. And like I said, this was a land back off this brother's video. I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Nothing too long. But go check this brother's video out. I believe it's about 15 minutes. And he edifies well. Alright. And GMS don't have a 501c3 for the record. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, this is edifying. This is the brother Zion signing off. To the next lesson, I say shalom.